Hey YouTube! Clearly, someone did not get to bed on time last night. Okay, I did go to bed at 11:30. I did wake up at 4:45. I really didn't feel that bad. Um, Work was, good. It's like, it's touch and go, really. Depends on what you're doing. Um, but it was progressive. I was doing a lot of stuff, so I felt like, I learned things and blah, blah, blah. Then I had to go to conference. Conference is like a 3 hour meeting we have with the director of our program, and we talk about all the things that we're going to need to know for our national registry. And it's kind of a big deal because it's a $200 test. You don't want to take it more than once, and it's comprehensive. So it's like everything from immunology, immunohematology, hematology, microbiology, urinalysis, body fluids, WTF, wounds, fluids, no, wounds, tissues, fluids. Anyway, so um, then I had to go back to the hospital because I had an appointment there. And then I went and saw my grandmother, who was like, "Oh my God, you're wearing white scrubs? You can probably see right through those." I'm like, "I'm wearing long johns under them. You can't see anything." But I wouldn't wear white scrubs if I didn't have to. Like, white scrubs are like the worst thing ever to wear. Like, you can stain them so easy. I walk around with a Tide pen in my pocket. But then I went to this class. All right, I decided to take this online class, and I have one lab that I have to go to like once a week. It's like a 3 hour lab. It is a cake class for me. It's a Bio 101 class. I just needed one more lab for my degree. Just one more. And I didn't want to do chemistry. Because as we all know, I suck at chemistry. Okay, so like, alright. So I'm going to take this easy class. It's going to be so easy. I can do it online, and then I'm going to be in the lab, which is going to bore me to death because you go from like, okay, this is an occult stool, and this is a gram negative, and it's non-lactose fermenter, possibly E. coli. Let's do an indole on it. Let's do an oxidase. Like things like that. So I'm going from like a high-tech lab, very hands-on, like doing all this testing, thinking on my own, to this is a microscope. Who's used a microscope before? This is called an ocular lens. Ocular refers to eye. That's the lens you look through. I was like, okay. So I just started like answering all the questions that were due for, whatever she put on her. She makes a to-do list. So, I just started answering all the questions. But there was this girl. Well, first of all, let me say I was like a super bitch to the guy who apparently got paired as my lab partner. And I was just like, he didn't buy the right lab book. He didn't look up the book that he needed. He didn't even know the internet class had started yet. So he's already missed a test and 2 homework assignments. All zeros, And I'm like, I had that bad experience with the lab-tarded partner last time that burned all my nasal hairs out with sulfuric acid. I'm just recovering from that. So no, I don't want a lab partner. I don't give a shit. So he was trying to look onto my book, and like I was just like, I wanted to say it so bad, like, I'm not trying to be a bitch, but you can copy down stuff out of my book, like the questions and shit, but do your own experiment. I mean, we're working with like balances in the microscope. We were making, we were looking at threads and learning about parfocal. And I was just like, it was such a breezy lab. I shouldn't be complaining. Because it's not a lab I can fail. Okay, but there's this chick at the table next to me. And I just must have been in a bad mood. Like, I haven't eaten yet. It's 9 o'clock at night. I've been up since 4:45. I'm a little bit tired. I've been on my feet all day. Probably had too much caffeine. And she's saying, I have my bachelor's degree from Clemson University, in microbiology. They had some plates sitting out, microplates, for us to look at through the dissection, the dissection microscope. You know, they had the plates all upside down, so the lid part, you don't store them like that. You store them with the agar part side up, because you don't want, like, you know, it's sitting in 37 Celsius, which is like your body temperature. So you get all this condensation on the lid, and if that is dripping down into your, you know, specimen, then you're gonna mess up your specimen. Okay. So all these things, all these plates were the wrong way up, and one of them was just like wide open and just been sitting there. It was a staph epi. Like, you carry that on your skin. You stuck your hand on a plate, that's what you find. As long, you know, if you wash your hands really good, hopefully that's the only thing you find, and not like everything else that you can pick up around. But anyway, so she goes, "You should never ever leave plates out like that." I couldn't help it. I was like, you could leave those plates out as long as you want. It's got a grown specimen on it. They're trying to hinder the growth. It's got a food source. They're not going to die. It's true. All our QC bugs stay out all day. They're not in the incubator. Like, that's what we use for QC, but they're grown, you know, so we can scrape off of them if we needed to. Well, you don't really, but, you know, maybe for like another QC, a QC like a negative control or a positive control or something like that, because we know what they are. But like, you leave plates out all fucking week long. Nothing's gonna happen. They're not gonna grow, but they're not gonna die. Okay? If that girl has a bachelor's in microbiology, I have a freaking PhD in chemistry. Oh, I hate people like that. I know I'm venting. It's like, I hate people like that. It's like, just don't lie. Don't lie. Don't do that. I mean, it's entirely possible that she has some kind of degree, just taking the class because she needs a credit. But in my situation, like, seriously, I need a credit, and I'm going to collect this class. I just didn't have money to do it yet. But, like, I hate people like that. I hate it. I hate it if he talks too goddamn much. I'm, like, real quiet. In the lab, I'm going to work by myself. I'm going to get my little thing done. I had to look for amoebas. I was having all kinds of fun looking for amoebas in the dirty-ass microscope. Dirtiest microscope I have ever used in my life. I cleaned it twice myself. But, like, you know, like, my day could have been better. That's all. I'm finished now. I'm going to take a shower, go to bed. Possibly I'm going to get something to eat. I don't know that I'm really that hungry right now. I'm really aggravated. But tomorrow will be better. See you guys later. Goodbye, YouTube.